It's been 11 days. Sorry I didn't post on Sunday. The date here, let's see, the 17th. Today's the 17th. Um, had a good workout with my workout companion, Chip. God bless Chip. It was a great workout, got my blood flowing, and I've needed some time off to recover from a lot of different things and think about the future. And it can be, oh gosh. Well, anyway, sorry about not posting Sunday. Reading the Bill of Rights. Good job, everybody that read it. It's amazing. I was actually pulled out an old book on the Federalist Papers today. There's so many things that could be talked about, and I have to use discretion and wisdom, and foresight, and intelligence in what I post here on YouTube, and what I talk about in almost all conversations with people. Heaven knows the price I've paid for being in the truth has been massive. It's been massive. Um, it's been massive. But like right now, okay, stock market going up for the last week. Yeah, it's a bear market rally. We're still going into depression, and then you have Bernanke, the president of the Federal Reserve Bank, talking about not going into a depression, and that we'll come out of this at the end of this year or next year. Well, so Ben Bernanke. I was watching a DVD on the Mayan Calendar a few days ago. Spent about 2.5 hours. This guy's passed away. Great DVD. It's just, the Mayan Calendar goes back billions of years, and it, according to this individual, ends in 2011. I know a lot of people say 2012, but 2011. So, you think, okay. And, I'm grateful for everybody out there. The Reverend, Sen K9, I mean, so many friends and people that comment on the videos. Thanks. I appreciate your well wishes from many of you. I really do. The search for truth it's an extremely lonely path, and I'm fine with it because I'd rather know the truth and stand alone in it than have friends or belong to a congregation or some big group. Most people are into the herd mentality, and so they need to belong. So the need to belong is much greater than the need for truth, than the need for reality. Um, it's just been my lot in life to be interested in the truth. I just have never been interested in fiction ever. You know, I'd read a little bit of books, but I just have never ever been interested in fiction. The only way my interest in fiction is my appetite is whetted, or that I have an interest, is if it's a classic or if it relates to reality and what people are thinking. And so much right now is how people are thinking. For instance, on this Wall Street thing and the AIG bonuses, it's fascinating, at the same time horrifying to me to watch the media, whip up this frenzy about some people that got bonuses under contract law, and having a taxpayer on the street that has no clue about financial matters saying, oh, they can't get that, they shouldn't get it, and we need to get them, and this and that. I mean, to watch each channel whip up that frenzy. Here the government's spending billions and trillions, and the media's got people upset about a few paltry millions in bonuses to AIG. And then, of course, in Bernanke's Fed testimony the other day, or his interview, he's been on TV a lot lately, is laughing at people that think that would even consider that some of these big banks should fail, or insurance companies. Of course, AIG should have failed. Of course. I was watching a Harvard professor last night on TV, and he brought up a point that we're in a mess right now, and we are in a mess. Like I said in a previous video, Chrysler should have been allowed to fail. Freedom means freedom to fail. I know I've seen Jim Rogers say that, and it's true. Freedom to fail. So we are not in a free America right now. And the sad truth is we haven't been for a long time. So you can't put this all at Obama's feet, even all at Bush's feet. Now, Bush, heaven knows, the guy ran up some horrific deficits by having wars, in different areas, and troops in 186 different countries. The Constitution is supposed to be about America being a light and a beacon, not America dominating the world. But back to this AIG thing. Obviously, you can tell I'm thinking about a lot of stuff, and I do have a lot on my mind. But the AIG thing is a disaster, and it's going to continue to be a disaster. This is a bear market rally for you stock market people. We're still going into the depression, so Bernanke's wrong. Anybody that says to buy stocks and you're going to be okay, unless you have inside information. And the potential for inside information obviously is larger now than it's ever been in U.S. history, because there's going to be trillions spent, and those trillions are going to be determined by a handful of people in Washington, not by the free market, not by the people running auto companies, insurance companies, brokerage companies, any kind of company. Watching Jack Snow the other day, and he, let it drop from his lips. We need a central plan. It reminds me of central planning. So the U.S. Constitution, you could say it's hanging by a thread, but it's beyond that. And the thread can be severed. The U.S. Constitution can be totally usurped and wiped out, and now it's pretty much wiped out. That's why it's important for my viewers to read it, reread it. I'm going to go through some of the Federalist Papers selectively, and then getting away from it all. Planning stuff, having chickens, thinking about alternate economies. I'm kind of reluctant to say exactly what's going to happen 3, 4, 5, 6 years from now, because people can't handle the truth. They can't handle it. They can't handle it. They can't handle it. People don't know how bad it's going to get. So, I mentioned dreams and visions. I mentioned dreams. I had a dream. It was about a young couple that saw it from a financial standpoint, and then they were asking me questions about how it's going to be. And I know how it's going to be. I know how it's going to be. So I'm going to try to figure out what to talk about and what not talk about. Just go inside, ask your heart, ask the Great Spirit, look inside. And if you really get in tune, you'll know how it's going to be. It's going to be rough. It's going to be really rough. It's time to prepare. And in a lot of ways, it's past time to prepare. Rock on, try to enjoy life where you can, but I'm not even inclined to say what's going to happen. I'm not inclined at this point. Ciao for now.